What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 985. There's levels to this. All right, guys, I got a quick video for you guys tonight. Well, maybe not quick, but here we go. So, you guys been seeing me post pretty much all day on Twitter, and I made even a few videos today on different things about the PC. The biggest issue that I have had with this PC, and this from console to gaming, is the few times that the PC has crashed on me. Not necessarily the game crash, but the entire PC crash, meaning the entire PC shut down. My goal was to keep this PC for as long as I could and not have to upgrade any component because I wanted to see how long a $900 PC would last. Just so you guys know, though, this exact PC right now at Walmart is $100 off. The only thing, well, now there's two things that I would recommend you upgrade from this PC, and that is do not get an 8 GB VRAM card. I, I thought that I would be okay with an 8 GB VRAM card because I thought I was going to be okay playing at 1080p, but that's definitely not the case. So I would definitely get a higher VRAM card. But anyways, I'm stuck with this 8 GB card for now. But anyways, for $900, the PC has been giving me an amazing gaming experience. I'm playing games at well above 60 frames. I'm having a phenomenal time. I love upscaling, like I've been saying before, so I don't mind FSR and all that other stuff. And that's when it's connected to my TV. People keep asking me what kind of TV this is. This is a 55-inch TV that has 144 hertz display with VRR, so I can see those high frame rates at 4K. And if I drop to 1080p, it does 240. So it's a monster of a TV. Okay, just so you guys know. All right, now the PC though, this configuration with the Ryzen 5 7600 and the RX 7600, not the 7600 XT, the regular 7600, is perfect for 1080p gaming. But when you're upscaling, it's running the game natively at a lower resolution, and then it's upscaling to whatever your TV is supposed to upscale it to, or whatever you want it to upscale it to if you're using FSR. If you're using RSR, it's going to upscale it to whatever your display is, but that's a whole another realm. Anyways, trying to make this video as short as possible. The issue that I was having was that the PC was crashing on me, right? And it only crashed with Forza Motorsport once. Yeah, like once or twice it crashed with Forza Motorsport, but then I just dropped the settings and it never crashed on me again. And then recently it crashed about 5 times while I was playing Ratchet and Clank. Now I beat Ratchet and Clank, so that game is done. So I don't know if I should re-download that game and then troubleshoot now that I've done a few different things, but I don't know. We'll see. But this is what I've learned, okay? First of all, when I posted the first video, everyone forgot about the issue that I was having with the PC crashing and got on me for having only one, what's it called? One single channel of RAM. So this is what was on my PC. Everybody got on me and said, don't do that. So this is one stick of 16 gigabytes of DDR5. Okay, so my motherboard that comes with the PC supports DDR5. Okay, and people were crushing me saying one stick, oh my god, what are you doing, what are you doing? All right, guys, so I listened to you. We upgraded. Not only are we in dual channel now, but we have gone from 16 to 32. Okay, so we're at 32 gigabytes of RAM. So what does that mean? That means that this PC right now that you are currently seeing is no longer just a $900 PC, because obviously you got to pay for RAM, right? So somebody online said I should have just downloaded RAM for free online, which is pretty funny. Send me the link, bro. Anyways, so yes, had to upgrade that. All right, so some people were saying that that could cause the system to crash, everything like that. But when I looked at the specs or the system's requirement for Ratchet and Clank, I think it only required like 8 gigabytes of memory. So I don't understand why that would be it. But still, I listen to you guys. I trust you guys. I don't know about PC gaming. I'm here to learn. So there you go. That's upgraded. The other issue that people were telling me and people were fighting back and forth in the comment section was when I showed you guys the fans, right? So I have 1, 2, 3 in intake fans. I have one exhaust fan, and then I have one fan on my CPU. Now remember though, this is what people were arguing back and forth. It's a Ryzen 5 7600. So it's not like it's a crazy powerful CPU, and the GPU is a Ryzen 7600, which is same thing. It's not a crazy powerful GPU either. Now the GPU has two fans, so I'm not worried about that. But people were arguing back and forth whether or not I need a better CPU cooler. Now I can tell you from monitoring it, you are using this the what's it called, the statistics when you see what's going on with the computer when you're playing a game. I never saw the CPU get hot. I don't think I ever saw the CPU get above 65, maybe 70 max. I never saw the CPU actually get hot. Now, if 70 is hot, let me know. Okay. I saw the GPU get a little bit hotter depending on what I was playing and depending if I had frames unlocked or whatever the case may be, but never the CPU really. So I doubt it was the CPU fan that was causing my system to crash, right? But you guys let me know what you think. Now, the last thing that could possibly be, which a lot of you guys were saying, would be the power supply. Now, these PCs that are pre-built PCs, and especially Walmart PCs, whatever, or just pre-built in general, cyber power PCs, people told me, Doc, the reason you don't want to get a PC like this is because they tend to use either proprietary components or they cheap out on the components that they use, right? So just from doing research today on getting the RAM, I learned that my motherboard is an Asus 620 plus Wi-Fi, which apparently it's a AM5 type of motherboard, and it's a pretty good motherboard, right? Like someone that I'm talking to right now behind the scenes, just helping me out with this stuff, might have a pretty cool surprise for the channel later on, was telling me that he's surprised that I was able to get a PC with a motherboard like that for $900. Like, and now he saw that the PC's on sale. It's like that's insane that they actually used a decent motherboard, right? Then my fans are not just generic fans; they're Cooler Master fans. Now, I don't know if they're top of the line Cooler Master fans. I doubt it, but they're brand name fans. Okay, the DDR5 stick is a T-Force brand. I don't know if that's a good brand or not. Vulcan T-Force DDR5, but it had that in there. Okay, and then obviously the GPU is a 7600 from XFX, which I asked if FXX is a good brand for GPUs, and some people told me, yeah, they said either Sapphire or FXX is good for AMD, so that I'm good. So it looks like CyberPower didn't cheap out on the fans. They didn't cheap out on the GPU. They didn't cheap out on the CPU because the Ryzen 5 7600 is good. They didn't cheap out on the motherboard. We can argue that they cheaped out on getting me 2 sticks versus 1, but it's still 16 gigabytes of RAM, right? So the last thing that was left is, did they give me a weak or cheap power supply? I've been trying everything to figure out how I can figure out what type of power supply I have without having to open up the PC, and no luck. Now, the good thing is that finally I said, okay, let me open it up. Let me see how difficult it is going to be to open up the back panel. And opening the back panel is as easy as opening the front panel, which is just literally 2 screws. You take them off and then you slide the back panel off. And on every single other thing that I saw online, it was showing that as soon as you open it, it's going to show you what the brand is and the wattage and all that other stuff of the PSU is, right? PSU. If I said CPU, I'm sorry. I'm talking about getting to the PSU, right? The power supply. So I did that. I opened it up, got excited. I said, let me see what type of wattage I need, what type of power supply I got. Hopefully it's not a cheap power supply. And I looked and I can't see what type of power supply it is. It's literally just a black box. So that might be where they skimped out. I have no idea. Maybe they did skimp out on the power supply, but then again, I don't know. Maybe the power supply, they felt like it's enough for this PC and what it's supposed to do. So with more troubleshooting involved, somebody gave me this suggestion, which I appreciate a lot. They told me, hit Windows X and it'll take you to this thing called the event viewer, and you could click on it. Excuse me. So this is my event viewer. Now I know you guys are not going to be able to see from there, but if I go to event viewer, right, and I click on critical errors, like as of right now, you're going to see that I had one within the last 3 hours, right? And it says event ID 41, and then it says kernel power system, right? So it's something with the power supply, right? So I click on it and I look, and it has logged all types of different power issues, right? and literally almost every single day. However, keep in mind my PC hasn't crashed every single day. So I'm trying to figure out like where is this coming from? And when I see it, it says the system has rebooted without cleanly shutting down first. The error could be caused if the system stopped responding, crashed, or lost power unexpectedly. Now, this is something that I've been doing because again, I don't know any better. I changed what the power button does to just completely shut off, and I always shut off my PC. I used to put it to hibernate or sleep, but I stopped doing that. And if I go down on my log, right? This started in July. I bought the PC in April, okay? And since July, almost every single day, I have multiple times a day this critical system error apparently. But again, my system hasn't been crashing. So I don't know if shutting it down completely is messing something up. You guys let me know. I have no idea. Or what else could be the culprit. But this is what I'm going to do for now. I'm going to go ahead and keep the PC in sleep mode. And you guys let me know if you think that's a good idea. So when I turn it off, it'll just put it to sleep. I know it'll wake up faster and all that other stuff, right? And it shouldn't mess anything else up. But I did see somebody say that rebooting the PC from start helps it out better. I don't know. We're in 2024. You guys let me know what's better or not. You guys are the ones that know all this, right? This channel is for you guys to help me grow and learn about this stuff because as much of a hassle as this is, I was talking to Isomotion Gaming about this. In a weird way, I'm enjoying this. In a very weird way, I'm enjoying trying to figure it out. So, again, even though this clearly is showing me that the critical event is a kernel power issue, it still doesn't make sense when a lot of these dates that I see and at times, and I could like try to pinpoint, see, okay, what was going on that time? What was going on there? I remember, okay, I turned it off that time. Okay, I remember, yeah, that was right before I went to church. So I know we turned it off and I was so like, I remember things that were like going on. Oh, that's around the time I went to bed. So I turned it off. So it seems like every single time I turned it off, it's the system is registering it as rebooted without cleaning, shutting down first, or whatever the case may be. So again, I'm going to keep the system in sleep mode, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what's causing it to have a problem. I don't know. And then there's two other things that I found out that I might have messed up as well. So I recently, I don't know why, I was just online looking at different things. I saw somewhere where you could change the power consumption of the PC to, instead of balanced, which is recommended in Windows, which says it'll adjust power based on your performance and what's capable for the hardware, to high performance, meaning you could just make it draw as much power as possible. So I had it on that Windows settings. And maybe that was me overusing the PC as well. So that was something else that I changed back to recommended, right? And last but not least, this one's a little bit, I feel a little bit funny even admitting this to you. I move this PC from time to time from my TV here to the gaming monitor that I have in the kids' room, because the gaming monitor in the kids' room is a 1080p gaming monitor, which is literally perfect for this. This piece, if you got a 1080p monitor, this PC is literally perfect. Okay, I'm not saying that it's bad for a 4K TV, because playing games at 1440p look phenomenal, and even Ratchet and Clank at 1080p, the art style of that game looked incredible at 1080p as well. So not saying that you can't connect this to a TV like I have it, but the 1080p monitor is literally what it's made for. But when I move it from time to time, I disconnect the power cord and all that other stuff and everything, right? This last time that I connected it, or that I went to disconnect it because I wanted to open up the side panels, and you got to disconnect I would recommend disconnecting it from the power whenever you're going to go into the PC, right? That seems like common sense. When I went to disconnect it, I noticed that it was harder for me to unplug the cord, almost as if I probably connected it right for the first time in a long time, since probably July. Now, part of me is hoping that that's it, and that the recommendation of going from balanced power to high performance powers was going to fix whatever crashing issues it had. The next game that I'm playing right now is Ghost of Tsushima's Director's Cut, which is a PS4 game, so it shouldn't have any issues running on this PC. But the next game that I play, that's like a next generation game or whatever, I'm curious to see and pushing it, so I might re-download Ratchet and Clank just to see what happens. And I think it'll be pretty funny if the biggest issue that I had was A setting such as balance recommended or high performance, 1. Plugging in the power supply all the way, 2. Or 3, if there's something wrong when I shut down the computer completely. The last issue that I hope is not the correct the actual issue is that I have a faulty power supply. I really hope I don't, because at that point, then I do have to replace that power supply, right? The good thing is the PC, it is registered under CyberPower, so it should still be under warranty. I bought the PC in April, so if that's the case, I'll hit them up and tell them about the power supply, and we'll go from there. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. DocDog1985, there's levels to this. Hey man, I'm enjoying these videos. If you guys are enjoying watching me talk about these videos, let me know. We'll go back to the PlayStation versus Xbox videos as soon as I figure this stuff out. But those are kind of hard to do right now, and I really can't rep Xbox like that anymore, right? I can only rep Game Pass, which I have been doing for a while, but it's just not the same. It just isn't. DocDog1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.